RJ Ferraro here with another car talk. I wanted to talk a little bit today about child custody, or timesharing as it's called today. Basically, where your kid's going to sleep each night. A lot of people just assume the judge is going to say it's 50-50 timesharing because that's what they've been doing a lot these days. And in some jurisdictions, you might be right. There might almost be a presumption in favor of 50-50 timesharing, although that's not technically the law. What the law does say is that the judge has to consider the best interests of the child. And then the law actually breaks down about 20 factors for the judge to consider when deciding where the child should spend the majority of its time. I can tell you that probably the most important factor that the judge is going to consider is which parent is most likely to foster a relationship between the child and the other parent. The judges know that you and mom, or that you and dad probably aren't getting along, otherwise you might still be together, right? But the fact of the matter is, once you've had a kid together, you're going to have to raise this kid until he turns 18 or she turns 18, probably even a little longer. And so the judges are going to look to see in what situation this kid has the best opportunity to flourish. And in some cases, that is a 50-50 timesharing. In other cases, it's clearly not. One of the things the judge is going to have to consider is how far apart everybody lives from each other, and how far they live from the schools that the kids go to. Because, I mean, let's get serious. If you live more than 30 or 40 or an hour from the school, how likely is it that you're going to be able to get the kid to school on time when the other parent might live 5 minutes from the school or be within the busing zones? Clearly, that's an important determination as well. There are probably 18 other factors, whether or not substance abuse is involved with either side, allegations of domestic violence, false allegations of domestic violence. All types of factors like this can really impact how much time you spend with your kid. Now, I can tell you that if the judge has to make the decision, most of the time, both parties are unhappy with something. On the other hand, if the parties have the opportunity to get together and try to agree, well, they can fashion a schedule that actually works around their lives. Nobody knows their own life better than themselves, and the judge, he's just going to set you up with a boilerplate type of situation. So when you go to mediation, it's really important to try to work this out, and you'll have the opportunity to look at a Florida parenting plan. It's a standardized form that the Florida Bar has put out, and it pretty much sets up so that you can look at it and see every day of your kid's life and figure out where they're going to be. Because the more you can plan ahead on this stuff, the better off your family's going to be. And remember, you can't go into this thing thinking, well, I'll just do it this way for now and we'll change it later. Because changing a custody or time-sharing agreement is extremely complicated unless both sides agree, and the judge has to find that there's a substantial change in circumstances that wasn't contemplated at the time. Unless everybody agrees, it's very complicated, so make sure you get it right the first time.